what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You're watching Original Art Hour. This is the show where we sit down with other original art collectors, share some art from our collections, tell a few stories, have a good time talking about the art side of the comic book collecting hobby that we love so much. Before I bring on today's guest and get the show started, sorry it's a little bit late tonight, a little late night edition. I just wanted to say rest in peace to my TMNT brother, Edwin, the comic jabroni. I didn't know him well, but I'm sure glad I knew him. And it's been a very tough couple days for everybody here in the YouTube comic community. So to my followers, subscribers, supporters, and friends, I just want to say, love all of you. And if you ever need me, I'm just a DM away on Instagram. Feel free to hit me up whenever you want, and we'll have a conversation. So hope everybody's doing okay and hanging in there. But we're going to get the show started now. And this is kind of a cool episode, guys, because this is the first for me. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I had a season 2 kickoff party for this show, Original Art Hour, where I basically invited all the people I had on the show during season 1 back on with me live to have like an original art party. And a lot of people showed up in the chat too, not just on the show live. And one of the persons that showed up in the chat is tonight's guest, TAT Comics. And he, in the chat during the live show, I think said something about, hey, I'd love to come on the show, you know, or maybe I think it was also Spidey Fan was urging him a little bit to come on the show. So I said, yo, just hit me up. We'll chat on IG and we'll get you on the show. And so he did follow through. He hit me up on Instagram. We chatted back and forth, and he's about to appear on the show. So that's a total first situation, and I think it's really cool that something like that can happen. And we get to know a little bit more about another member of the community. So without further ado, I'm going to join him here into the show. TAT Comics, what's going on, brother?
Oh, going good. Just really hot in my garage. Right? I got 2 fans going on.
You got a cool looking setup, though. I like all those figures and stuff in the back. Are those figures?
Yes, they're Marvel Legends, and then some Pops, and then some of the little mystery minis.
Nice.
I got like my collection and my son's collection out here. And I also got dollar store little things I bought in the past, you know.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like,
little trinkets.
Yeah, like Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Thanks.
Dude, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming on the show. You're coming to us from the West Coast. That's why this is at a late night East Coast show.
That'd be my fault.
You're up there in that Pacific Northwest area in Bueller's territories. That's awesome, dude.
Thanks.
I
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm looking forward to chatting with you and seeing some of your art. TAT Comics is an artist himself, so I believe he's going to be sharing some of his own art too. So that's, well, I guess that remains to be seen. But that's what he told me. I'd love to see your art, brother. So I can't wait to get into this, man.
Okay.
But before we do, I'm going to say a quick hello to my friends here that have gathered in the chat. Let's see here. JP Budget Collecting was tailgating. As usual, what's up, my friend George D. Runk, previous guest on this program. Geeks in the house. What's up, Geeks? He's going to be the next guest on this program.
Sweet.
So that was sweet. Magic Lasso, Ryan, my friend, thank you so much for the chat earlier. I really appreciate what you said. Thanks again, brother. JP is back. StreamYard is like totally messing me up here. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I wish I had a producer. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be all like on point and stuff, but man,
it's all good.
Happens. There he is. He's back. Fuchsia in the house. Good to see you, Fuchsia. Hope you're hanging in there. Who else is in here? My brother, Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson. Love you, man. Wish you were here hanging out. Wish it was New York Comic-Con last year still somehow, or at least wish that it was happening this year. But hey, can't have everything. Maybe next year. Graphic Man in the house. Good to see you, Graphic Man. He's always in the chat. Check out Graphic Man also on YouTube. He does cover recreations. I checked out a couple of videos of his. So he actually does the recreations.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool. He shot me some links to his videos. So I subbed him up. So make sure you guys sub him up. Chris Barrett, what's up, homie? Hope you're doing okay, man. House till the end. Good to see you, man. Comic Mag Musings, Bill. Good to see you, Bill. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. D. Oh man. Yeah, I'll just move on. Sam I Am Comics. Good to see you, Sam. I love you too, brother. I wish I posted a image that Instagram. You know, Instagram sometimes it'll pop up and say, "Here's your post from like 1 year ago. Check it out. Share." Well, guess what? My post from 1 year ago was me up in Boston hanging out with Vasco, Kenny, Comic at 84, Sam I Am, and a bunch of other cool people. So that was already a year ago. No Boston Comic Con this year, sadly. Just like there's no any Comic Con this year. But what are you going to do? Patrick Wall in the house. Good to see you, Patrick. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Who else is in here? Super Russ 9000. What's up, Russ? Good to see you, brother.
Hey, Russ.
I know you're not getting any sleep tonight. I was just on his channel earlier, where he got to unbox an AOK that I sent him. That was fun, and I got to spend a little bit of time afterwards backstage with him as well, which was amazing. Yes, congrats on that AOK. Let's see here. Who else is in here? I'm probably missing some folks. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna have to start the show at some point. Oregon Weem is here. I got issues. Chris in the house, another one of my good friends in the community. Love you,
thanks.
Yeah, dude. Right. I mean, it's almost as epic as I got issues' beard right now. This guy's had the most wicked quarantine beard I've ever seen. Seriously, it doesn't even look like him. But hey, what's up, Aaron? Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, man, I addressed it a little bit earlier at the top of the show. Definitely some tough times right now, but it's awesome to see everybody coming together and a lot of support. You know, the Big Lion Cat auction, the Thorough auction, you know, Rod's tribute show where a lot of money was raised, the GoFundMe eclipsing the $10,000 mark today. I think that goal has been increased now to $25,000. I put the link.
Nice.
I put the link to the GoFundMe at the top of the description of this video, so please go check that out and contribute if you can. Of course, if you can't, you know, that's totally acceptable. You know, not everybody's in a position to contribute, but if you can, click on that link and check it out and see if you can be part of helping out Edwin's family. So. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get the show started. TAT Comics, what's up, man? So look, I already told the story about how you kind of raised your hand in the chat and said, "Hey, yeah, come on,
pick me."
Yeah, it's original art hour. Come on down, you know."
Yeah.
But why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about your channel or just about you in general, how you got into collecting, how you got into artwork, just a little about yourself, because. Yeah, you know, we all have our own subscribers and viewers, but
right.
You know, some people may or may not be familiar with you. But your channel link is in the description below as well, and your Instagram link. Your Instagram link is in the description below. So make sure you guys go follow TAT Comics on Instagram and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. But take it away, my friend.
Thanks. Yeah, my name is TAT Comics. That's not my real name, of course. I keep that a secret. But my brother and his wife was the one that kind of helped me figure out a name for my channel, because I got tattoos of comic book characters on my arm, which I still got to finish.
Nice.
Yeah, my brother is
That's
AG
a full
Surfer.
sleeve.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a little
Nice.
space here I got to clean, you know what I mean? But I was thinking about doing the Infinity Stones and then have Thanos on my chest with the fist, you know, and then on this arm it's going to be Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, Venom, because I got Spawn here. So it'd be cool to get it all to connect, you know, have one piece.
Those are a lot of characters I dig, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got Spawn way before he even became big. I got the tattoo of him way before he blew up. So
Spawn, like every other character you mentioned, I love. Spawn, I don't. It's not like I dislike him, or it's not like I like him or dislike him. I just haven't read a ton of it. I need to like get more into it, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, for me, it's just I always figured whatever tattoos I put on my body, it would be something that, I wouldn't regret. One, two, wouldn't be offensive to anybody, hopefully. And it's something like with my kids. My boys love comic books, so they'll look at my arm and go, "Oh, that's Wolverine, that's Hulk, that's Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Ghost Rider, Winter Soldier," so, and they know all the characters, and I'm just kind of like a walking comic book, I guess.
Walking piece of art. Love it.
Yeah. What got me into collecting was just me and my brother and two of our good friends we grew up with. One of them was collecting comics at the time, and got my brother to go with him a few times, and then he took me, and that's when I walked in there. I didn't know what I was walking into. Saw all the books, and I just started grabbing books, not knowing what they were. Get up to the counter, and the guy says, "Hey, you got a few X-Men there?" And I go, "Yeah." I go, "I don't know what they are." And he goes, "Well, here, then you have to get this book." And it was X-Men number 12.
Oh,
and it was,
man.
He was selling it for $16.50. So I took all the books that I had, put them back on the shelf, and and he would let me just pay him in installments. You know what I mean? So my first book I ever got was X-Men number 12.
Damn.
I read that thing.
Yo, that's quite a first book.
Yeah, I read that thing back and forth. I loved it, and then I just started collecting X-Men. And then, but the one character I really dove into was Daredevil. And from Daredevil, I liked Spider-Man, but only had 5 Spider-Man books. And then I collected, and then I stopped. Quit for about like maybe 10 years, and then I got back into collecting. And when I did, it's because I went to my first Comic-Con up in Portland, and that's when I met Randy Amberlin for the first time ever. And he was such a nice guy. And then I noticed
he did. Anchor, dude. I mean, seriously, like he's awesome. I mean, he's a great artist too, not just an anchor. But yeah.
No, I'll show something in a few minutes. I know
Sweet.
A few people have seen this before. I posted on Instagram, and I also did it with my with the show I do with my brother and Jonathan Cholula on YouTube. We try to do it Saturday nights.
What time do you do that Saturday nights on Cholula's? It's an evolving time?
Yeah, not to pick on my brother too much, but he's usually what takes us a while to get ready. But it's just because he's working. That's a day, I mean, he's kind of working at home, and he's running around doing his errands. But it's usually around 6 o'clock we try to get on. 6 or 7.
He's your uncle? JLS is sharing that in the chat. What's up, JLS?
Yeah, JLS. Well, he's not my true uncle. Randy isn't, but It was Undisputed Frost, because he went to a Comic-Con with me one time, and he saw how much I kept going back to Randy's table, how I interacted with him, how I was getting signatures from him, that he just said, "Man, that's just pretty much your uncle." Because any Comic-Con I went to, I'd always stop and say hi to Randy.
Okay, so that's an inside joke.
Yes,
joke. I got it.
Yes.
I love those. Nice.
But Randy does let me call him uncle. He lets me call him uncle, so that's cool. And then it's just when I got back into collecting comic books, it was right after my first Comic-Con. Like I said, when I met Randy, and I figured, I got to get some more Spider-Man books, because I only had 5 Spider-Man books at the time, I want to say. And so now I got a long box and maybe 5 short boxes full of just Spider-Man books. So.
Nice.
I just dove in hardcore to collecting books, but I haven't stopped since. I love collecting them. I love reading them. I love finding those hard to find books. It's that's cool. I have the chat up there. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. When my guest is talking, I'll just highlight. When you're not talking, I'll say what's up to people. It's like I figured this system out. So how'd you get into art side? When did you start transitioning over to art, and how did that come about?
Well, when I went to
not transitioning, but getting into art.
Oh no, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I was drawing when I was little, because my older brother and my sister at the time, they were drawing, and they my sister can draw anything you threw her way. My brother was more into drawing, more like like the ninjas and things like that. So I was kind of like the Stan Lee, I was like just stick figures, and then I couldn't really draw. But when I got into school, I really took art classes. Took it to every level I possibly could, whether it be painting, silk screening, just pencil work. making t-shirts and then doing like ceramics and everything like that. I just really dove into art, and then I quit. I quit drawing. For years I stopped drawing because I got into music, got into playing drums. I did that with my brother and one of my best friends, and then
Nice.
moved up
I did the same thing with my brother growing up.
Oh, cool.
He was
cool.
the drummer. I was the guitar player.
Oh,
so,
my brother was the guitar player. I was the drummer.
There you go. And my brother lives close to you in your area. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be funny if I ran into him many times and didn't
You
even know
honestly
it, you know?
probably have, honestly. Yeah. He shares the similar style beard occasionally as you
cool.
too. Like I don't know how long it is right now, but yeah, he's had it that long before.
Nice. And so I got back into drawing after I stopped playing music. I had to do something creative with my mind. I had to keep my mind flowing and doing something, and reading was one of them. But then I started getting into drawing again, and sorry, the tea is making me burp.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I got the sugar-free Red Bull junk in my system.
So yeah, and then I just started getting back into drawing, and I haven't stopped since. There's just some days I can draw, and there's some days I can't because of my allergies. You know, it makes it hard for me to see because I use my phone that I'm using here for this live stream, and I find a picture I really like, and I try to draw it to, you know, the best ability that I can, how the artist did it, and then also try to put my own spin on it, you know, or I start adding different things to it. And I like to draw, you know, basically Marvel characters to Looney Tunes to everything like that. So nice, and then yeah.
Do you want to start showing some of your art? I mean,
sure.
Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to show, whether it's from your collection or stuff that you've done. Totally.
Okay.
It's all up for grabs here.
Sweet. I got both of Best Worlds. Okay,
awesome.
But this was the one that this was the one I was really debating about how I was going to do it, and I shot a video for it, and I was drawing this Spider-Man, and I was in the video that I shot 2 videos for. It was funny. I kept hinting about like who I was thinking about maybe getting to also draw on this piece that I did, and then I finally told everybody it was going to be Randy Emberlin. So I went up to him and I handed him this this big piece of paper, and I said, hey, I drew this picture on there. Can you draw something else on there? He said, sure, I'd love to see it. So he opened it up and he just started laughing. He goes, hey, I know this piece. I go, yeah. I said, it looks familiar, right? And he goes, yeah, that's the Mark Bagley Spider-Man that he drew, and then I did the inking for it, and it was the one where oh gosh, it has Spider-Man in the center, and you got Venom and Carnage coming at him like this on either side, and it's got like yellow and black in the background, kind of like shooting out this way.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what issue number it is off the top of my head. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, same here. I'm trying to remember.
I bet you Geeks does. I bet you Geeks in the chat probably does. And
yeah, I know.
Maybe he'll share it, but
I believe it was Amazing Spider-Man, and it was the foil, not the foil cover, but the hologram sticker on the front where it's supposed to be the first appearance of Spider-Man 2000. Yeah. I believe that's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. So what I did was I gave him this.
65 is 2099.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I usually know my numbers. The ASM 365 centerfold, so maybe it's.
Yeah, it's in the centerfold of
the pin up or something. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
let's see this thing, dude. I'm excited now.
Hope I can get it in there. Can you see it? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe pull it back a slight bit so we can see the whole thing, and then maybe do close up. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. To TAT Comics.
Yeah.
Versus Randy Emberlin. Wow.
Yeah. So I did the Spider-Man, of course. He did the Carnage for me over here, and when he saw this, he goes, "Okay, I'll do something with it." And I was supposed to get it back from him, and the second time I saw him, and he didn't, so he just mailed it to me. So that's when I really started corresponding with him, and he's just such an awesome guy. And I say he doesn't mind that I call him Uncle Randy. Whoops. But there's my camera. But it was.
You can still see you.
Okay, cool. So when I handed this to him too, he was cracking jokes. He was like, "Hey, he says I might have to erase some of that webbing you did, And I go, "Yeah." I go, "That's fine." And his wife goes, "You're not going to do that to his drawing. That would be, She didn't say sacrilege, but she said, that would be the wrong thing to do. I just kind of looked at him and said, "Hey, man, you're an artist longer than I have. Whatever you got to do." And he started laughing about that. And
that's awesome, though. You kind of got to collaborate with him.
Oh,
In a way, that's pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, and that's like my favorite piece. That's going to stay with me forever. You know, and it was just so cool talking with him about it, and then finally getting it back from him. It just blew me away. You know, it blew me away, and just how funny his wife was picking on him about, you know, him wanting to change things on there. And he also told me, he goes, "Hey, you know, I left it black and white, so if you want to color it, go ahead." And I said, No, I'm not coloring that. I'm not gonna. I'm okay
Oh, you mean
inker.
coloring his side?
Yeah, he said color Carnage if I want to. And I'm like, nah, man. I said, I'm okay inker. I'm not going to mess up something this beautiful. I said, this is just perfect. So
if I had any skill whatsoever, maybe I would consider that, but I don't got no, I don't got no art skill. So, you know.
Hey, just practice, bro, practice.
Yeah, that's what I hear, but
yeah. And then my next thing I want to do though is I want to do another collaboration piece, but this time I want to do it with Mike Zeck. And I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet, but I don't know if I want to draw Punisher and have him draw somebody else, or, you know, he draws Punisher and I draw somebody else. I'm not sure at how I want to go about it, but it's going to be about a piece about that big. So I figure that'd be fun to do.
Man.
Other things I can show you real quick that I've done, and then I'll get to some of the art pieces I picked up. Was you know, this is just little things I do with the backing boards.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yes.
Yeah, comic books that I don't use the boards for anymore. It's a recycling program that I do. And I've gotten asked, you know, like, why do I do it on that? Or why did I take this big piece and put it on these little boards and have to connect it? And for me, it's just a cool way of making like a puzzle.
Okay.
You know, and in some frames it works, other frames it doesn't. So my Turtles one that I did, it doesn't work. But here was one I did. Of course, this is a Scotty Young drawing of Thanos.
Damn.
So you know, I went in there and I did all the shading. I do this all with Sharpie pens. You know.
Nice.
And
so this is a recreation that you did, right?
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Exactly. I like to do a lot of recreations because I know.
Wait, show that
like,
again. Show it again. Show quick.
Sure.
Don't give us some more time to appreciate it.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, you can see right here. Sometimes I'll color in and then I'll do little dots in there, and yeah. I do the dots to kind of give it that. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think back then who did it. I think Jack Kirby did the dot effect a long time ago too on some of his stuff, because I have an old poster of Silver Surfer that he did, and I want to say on that poster, I still have it somewhere, that I remember that there was like little dots that he did in the background, and that always stuck with me, you know, because every time I look at that poster when I was a kid, it was on my wall, I just remember how much it made that picture just pop, you know, make it just stick out in the front. So
awesome.
Yeah, that's the Thanos one I did. Then I did Ghost Rider. This was tricky, try to get the flames to look right with the Sharpie pen. But this is more like
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah,
Damn.
Scotty Young.
That's cool.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Did he do like a variant for that #1? I mean, I'm sure there was a gazillion variants, but
yeah. To be honest with you, I can't remember. I just know, like, if I want to look up a specific artist, I'll just say like Scotty Young, and then I'll go on his website, and there'll be a bunch of pictures in there, and I'll just scan through, and I look for ones that I feel that are going to be a challenge for me, and then I try to draw them. That's how I try to keep, you know, myself just, you know, to get better at what I do.
Show one or two more, and then I'll show something.
Yeah. Okay, I'll show this one of Wolverine. Now this was supposed to be Ant-Man with Hulk coming down about to smash him, but I changed it up and I put Wolverine and the Incredible Hulk's foot coming down on him.
Cool. Smash.
Yeah. He's like he says he's behind me, you know, kind of thing. So I try to put like a little bubble caption in there.
Nice.
Yeah. But you can go ahead and show us some stuff, because this next one, it's Turtles.
Oh, okay. I will. Well, I'm so slow with taking stuff out, dude. It's like,
oh, it's all good.
The worst, because I try to time it so that by the time you're done speaking, I have something ready to go. But
okay.
I feel behind.
Well, okay, I'll show this one real quick. This is a Wonder Woman sketch that I got done by a man named Martin. I believe his name is Martin. He did it for my daughter.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, it's. I saw.
Who did that?
A gentleman by the name of, I want to say it's Morton. I'm sorry, Morton. Right there.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah,
That was a beautiful depiction right there. I really love it.
He was
when Lasso says beautiful, like, and it's a Wonder Woman thing, it's legit. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
Thanks. My daughter saw that and she's like, Dad, can I get that? I said, yeah. She's a huge Wonder Woman fan, so I said, not a problem.
You just found that somewhere? Where'd you find it?
Oh, it was at a Comic-Con that I took her to.
Okay.
And we were just walking around. Finally, I got all my signatures done, and she was like,
"Is it like a local guy, like just like a guy set up at that local con, or?"
I want to say he was local because he had some business cards that did say Portland on the bottom, but sometimes
show that one more time, Tat. Show that one more time, Tat, and let's call out this guy's name. I need a. Okay. This is going to be an original art hour community mission to figure out who this guy actually is and what his Instagram is and all that. Martin.
Yep. I believe it's Martin. It looks like it's Mortim.
09.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was just I know he wasn't like a big name there, so I'm pretty sure he was just selling when he could. But I think I paid I believe it or not, $5 for that. Right. So I wasn't going to leave that behind for my daughter. She wanted it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Thanks.
All right, well, I'll show something quickly. I'll give you a little 2-for-1 special here, that I'm known for doing. Chris Barrett's saying Martin Goodman. I'm assuming that's a joke.
Well, I don't know. That could be him.
Dude, my gosh, I love that, dude. I had to have him show it twice, right? 62 saying I gotta find him. Yeah, dude, I gotta find that guy. All right, so quick story about this. This isn't really a huge piece of art, but it has sentimental value to me because this was an AOK. Given to me by my friend Chris. I got issues 2319, who was in the chat earlier. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but either way, it's fine. But good buddy of mine in the community. We all hung out at New York Comic Con last year with Jeffrey, and he flew out for it, and it was such a blast. And I was able to AOK him a pretty big book. And which he really appreciated. And then he had to hit me back during the con with something cool, and he really delivered with that because at this particular convention, Daniel Warren Johnson, he had this nice. Limited edition sort of DIY book that he did called Old Man Skywalker. Now, obviously, he doesn't have a Star Wars license, okay, right. But basically, this is a story of Old Man Luke from the sequel trilogy, but a Daniel Warren Johnson kind of version without explicitly saying it was, because obviously he doesn't want to get into legal trouble.
Doesn't want the lawyers coming.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really, really awesome, and Daniel Warren Johnson's art is just fantastic, right? So this is a quick remark that Chris, I Got Issues, had him do, and he also bought the book and gave me the copy of the book. So he had Daniel Warren Johnson do this little Old Man Luke remark and personalize it to me. And there it says DWJ, Daniel Warren Johnson, 2019. So yeah, a little cool, quick remark, AOK from my buddy Issues, which I really, really appreciate. And that kind of led me further down a path of being interested in Daniel Warren Johnson and his art. It took me a while because I had to wait for sort of the right piece and the right kind of IP to come along, something I was a fan of. I didn't want to just get any Daniel Warren Johnson piece. I wanted it to be something that actually had was related to something I'm into,
Right.
So I finally pulled the trigger on something that fits those those boxes. So I'm digging for it. Sorry.
You're all good.
So I was super into that TV show called Firefly. It only had 3 seasons. It was a Joss Whedon sci-fi fantasy kind of TV show. They also did a movie called Serenity for it, which was a sequel for it, but Boom Studios is currently doing a comic book run for a continuation of the story in comic book form on Boom Studios, and Daniel Warren Johnson has been doing some of the incentive ratio covers for it, right?
Okay.
And there are 2 covers that he did for this series that I really, really love. The other one, you know, I missed out on as far as the original art is concerned. But for issue 14, this is the incentive cover. I'll show you the comic book version first, the colored. You know, he does black and white pencil and ink art. He doesn't do paintings, right?
Right.
But he does highly detailed black and white pencil and ink art. But here's the cover.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a sick Daniel Warren Johnson cover. So this is the cover C, I guess, the ratio incentive cover for Firefly 14 on Boom Studios. I'll give you a little close up.
Nice. I like the color one you showed, but I actually like the black and white one a lot better.
I like the black and white one more, but it is a great colored image as well.
Oh yeah, no, it looks
fantastic, fantastic Virgin variant. But
yeah, but the black and white just pops.
It's I mean, it's just, I mean, and this is kind of like light compared to a lot of his covers. Like a lot of his covers have even more like objects in it and detail and whatnot. But I thought this is just like kind of a timeless sort of iconic image, you know. So I was super happy to pick that up. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Graphic Man saying, yeah, prefer the uncolored. Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to catch up here in the chat. I probably missed a bunch of comments. Take the time. Yeah, Firefly was great, dude. I mean, it sucked that it you know, had to be pulled off the air so quickly. It had 3 seasons, I believe, and then a movie called Serenity. Yeah, that old Man Skywalker was it's a pretty sweet book. I am so behind on the chat.
Hey, real quick, I'm just gonna shut off my camera. I gotta pull my fan closer to me because I am burning up.
Go for it. Yeah, you
get caught up with the chat. Man. Oh God, I'm sweating bullets.
dude, you got to be comfortable while you're on the show. So do your thing, man. Chris Barrett says you got his first 1 in 50 today. Which what comic, man? Let us know. Patrick Wall says that Wonder Woman looks like Marcos Martin's work. Which one? The one that Tat showed earlier? I mean, that was beautiful, man. I don't know, you know, I still don't know the actual full name of the artist. We gotta figure that out. We gotta track that down. But yeah, man, I'm stoked with this DWJ pickup. My first piece of art from Daniel Warren Johnson. So stoked about that. Probably won't be showing a ton else of new art here tonight. I wanted to show some community art as well, since we have a community artist here. But let's get to some of your art. What's up? Bonafide is in the house. Good to see you, Bonafide. And if I missed anybody else, I will catch you soon in the chat. I'm gonna scroll through the chat while Tat is showing his next thing. I'm gonna try to pay attention to both sides of the show.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll touch on that black and white. You know, like I was talking about how some pictures are better just left black and white rather than color, because there's some drawings that I've done and I've thought about it and I always take pictures of it in the process. And then after I'm done coloring, I always think, gosh, I should have just left that black and white, you know, because it looks a lot better. But, you know, I mean, still, it's something that I did, and I don't regret it anymore on some of my box tops that I do for my comic books. I don't have any of those to show, but if anybody ever wants to see those, you can go right to my YouTube channel and watch the video where I show off my box tops, or my Instagram page. I usually show a lot on there.
Links to both in the description below. Go follow Tats Comics. It's not the last time you're going to hear me say that.
Oh, thanks, man. So here's one I did. It's a connecting cover, and of course, as you can see, this is Michelangelo right there.
Yeah.
And this is also Scotty Young, depiction that I was doing, and this is where I do a lot of the dots to make things, you know, stand out a little bit better.
Yeah.
And Michelangelo is my favorite turtle, by the way.
Nice.
I love Michelangelo. So this is where I did it all in these little
I'm a Donnie Leo. Like a back and forth between those two, but
well, well, I do have Donatello. I have him done also, but I don't have him in a frame, so I won't be able to show him tonight.
Oh, no worries.
Go look on my Instagram page. I do got one of him. And then here's one of Krang.
Nice.
And I took a whole bunch of different photos and put them all together, because the original picture, I want to say, had all the turtles coming down on Shredder. So I added more characters to it. One of them was Krang here, and then I'll show you how it connects. But I got to get a better frame for this bad boy here.
Good.
But see, this is where it connects right here. I don't know if you can see
the
that.
The longer I've collected art, the more I'm like, you know what? I don't need to frame this, because it just adds up.
Yeah.
Whether it's cheap frames or custom frames, like, it's all money that's not going towards the art. It's like, so.
Yeah, so that's how I did that right there. I put Krang next to Shredder. It wasn't originally like that, so I was adding. This is where I'll take like somebody's art and I'll try to do my own
that's
spin.
Cool, man. It kind of has like a pop art feel to it. I like it. Yeah.
Thanks. And then I had to draw a foot soldier. So God, I never drew a foot soldier before in my life, so I had to mimic one. Here's half of Raphael.
Nice. Ooh, I like the teeth.
Thanks. There's a YouTuber goes by Reader1717.
Okay.
She is an amazing artist. She actually showed her rendition of this picture that I drew here on Instagram, and I said, "Oh, sweet! I really loved her, so I said, check out mine." So I put mine up, and she really likes mine too. So maybe one of these days, if I can ever get this thing going, I'm going to try to make a copy of it for her and maybe swap. You know what I mean? Get her version and my version. That'd be cool. Have both.
Dude, that's rad, dude.
Then here's Leonardo. Of course, his other arm was part of that picture with Michelangelo.
Nice.
And see, that's what I kind of did there with his. I did the coloring where I used purple in there, and I did a dot effect to make it kind of give that shadow look.
It's like somebody took his pizza or something.
Yeah, because they're all coming down right on Shredder and Krang and a foot soldier. And Donatello's off to the other side with his bow staff. He's flying up with the foot coming at him. And I was going to put Splinter in there later, and Casey Jones.
That's rad, man. Awesome.
Thanks. And then here's an artist I did meet at that same Comic-Con of that Wonder Woman picture I showed earlier. Okay. And his name is Shannon Dayton. That's to pronounce his last name. He had this Punisher and Bullseye picture, and I was like, oh, man, did I want that? So, I got him to sign this one for me. I'll get closer to show his signature. And then I noticed that he had a Deadpool picture. There's his name.
Little remark.
Yeah, there's his name right there. Sorry if it's not coming in. God, glare. I suck at this stuff.
Don't apologize. You're good.
There's his signature right there. But
nice.
his work, I don't have too many Punisher prints, and I love Punisher, so, because he's got a skull on his chest, and I like skulls. But when I saw the Deadpool one that he did, I got this one for my wife.
Ooh.
It's kind of the meaty, beefy Deadpool. And
nice,
if you look
man.
Real close right there, you can see he's got a cut just going on right there with his rib exposed.
Meaty, beefy, but not Liefeld.
Yeah. I mean, look at the feet. Those are good feet.
Just kidding, Rob. Love you.
Yeah,
I don't really know him personally, but it's like my whatever. It's like my climb Mount Everest is if I get Rob Liefeld on the show to share his art collection. Yo, what's up, Tony NY Jr.? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here and hanging out. So speaking of Punisher, I had something else, but since you said Punisher, I wanted to share this sketch from my friend Kenny.
Nice.
Comic at 84. So I'm the proud owner of 3 of the Comic at 84 sketch covers in my collection, but this is one of them, the Punisher one.
That's cool.
I did that one. The first one he ever sent my way was this one. It was in
Doctor Strange.
Was in an 84 box, and I love that Doctor Strange, and like the subtle yellow coloring and stuff. So hell yeah! And then the latest 84 sketch that he blessed me with in my collection. This was a contest prize win, I believe. Was a Joker with the Gauntlet hybrid mashup. And he's
That's cool.
Wait till they get a load of me.
That's cool. So, Jack Nicholson, dude. Right there.
Hell yeah, dude. So major shout out to my buddy Kenny. who, a year ago today I met for the first time, I think. So at Boston Comic Con, and then of course got to hang out with him at C2E2 and everything as well. So yeah, dudes, I have three as well. So I got to get my fourth in the works to stay ahead of pace, to be number one on the census or whatever. But hey, speaking of Geeks is going to be my next guest on this show, and I'll probably show this again when he's on. But since he's in the chat, he hooked me up with this one, which is a really, really cool, like graffiti style.
That's awesome.
Spidey sketch cover. So really appreciate that. But I got more community art to show as well in a bit. So
cool.
Back to you, brother.
Thanks, man. The one thing that really got me back into drawing, though, and I've been saying this since day one, was when I first joined YouTube. There was a guy on there. His name was Eddie the Comic Guy, and he's from New York. And I just remember seeing his videos, seeing the art style that he did, and just hearing him talk about how passionate he was about drawing and the artist that he really liked. And if it wasn't for him, I would have never known who Scotty Young was. I mean, I probably would have eventually known who he was, but he really helped open my eyes to other artists out there besides the ones that I was just tracking down. And he was one of the main reasons why I got back into doing art and also showing it on YouTube. So I always give that recognition to Eddie Comic Guy. And I do have 3 books from him that he did commissions for me. 2 of them I can't find right now. I know where they're at. I just got to find them. But this one here, this blew me away. He sent it to me oh gosh.
Hey, okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I haven't been drinking. That's sad. It just shows you my age.
The word A-OK crosses my sphere quite frequently, so I'm
cool.
here for you next time you forget it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But he did this Daredevil for me.
Oh, cool, man.
And he signed it right there, of course. Yep, Eddie the Comic Guy. His art style is just, I love his work. And he kept showing me this book just as a preview. Says, hey, look what I'm working on next. I'm like, oh man, I got a soft spot for Daredevil. That's my favorite character.
Yeah.
And he just saying, yeah, I already got somebody I'm sending it to. They've already paid for it. I go, okay. And then lo and behold, he sent it to me for my birthday. So
so cool, man.
I'm just like, wow. And his work, I mean, he does a lot for a lot of people in the community, like Amazing Murphinator, my brother, AG Surfer. I mean,
is he still making content? Eddie the Comic Book Guy?
He hasn't been shooting videos for a long time, but he's still a big part of the community. He's always hanging out with the New York Warriors because he's part of their crew. Yeah. And he'll be in the chat room there. He doesn't have an Instagram page, but he'll share pictures with me just to say, hey, look what I'm working on. So I get to kind of see his stuff before he sends it out. And sometimes he tricks me and it's for me. Sometimes, it's not. And I'm always like, man, I want that one, But he's an amazing artist, and I hope he does someday get back onto Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, but YouTube, because his videos, I always loved watching his videos, his hauls and things like that. And then here was another gentleman, I know him, maybe a lot of people in your chat might know him, but it's Mr. Rigor Mortis. He sent me an AOK, and he started doing this, and then I started following behind him, where when he would send out stuff, he'd sometimes send original art along with his AKO. AOK. AOK, thank you. AOK.
O-A-K, K-O-A, A-O-K. We got
O-Tay. I'll just say O-Tay.
We got O-A-K from Barrett, we got K-O-A from Biggie, and we got A-O-K from everybody else.
Well, when he sends his O-Tays out, and I send out my O-Tays, we send original sketches. So he did this one for me with Wolverine, and I can't remember who the other character is. I think he was probably maybe drawing Gambit there. Either way, I've kept this. I've done some stuff for him.
I thought it was Joker at first, but yeah, that's not Joker.
Yeah.
Okay,
I should ask him, right? I should ask him.
Probably should ask him, but yeah, that's a dope sketch, man.
Yeah, but I always, whenever I send out stuff, I always try to send pictures along with it. And then most people do know Matilda Gothica, and if you don't,
it's Lata. Yep.
Yeah, she is awesome.
We know her. We love her.
Cool. She did this Daredevil bear for me.
Aww.
So I was like, that is so cool. Aww. I got to get that in a frame. This was for somebody's channel that she was doing a contest for.
Right now. That was cute.
Yeah, and she did this one for somebody's channel, and she knew I liked Daredevil.
That
So
one's
she sent
not
it to
quite
me.
as friendly looking, but
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I sent her a Hellboy a while ago, and she loved it. I did a shout out board for it, and I took that picture. I took a picture of it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I took a picture of it, and I went to a Costco, and I had them printed out as a poster size, and I sent it to her, which was pretty cool. And then here was something I wanted to do this so bad, and it didn't come out that good. This is where I'll show some of my art. I'm like, yeah. But I was trying to do a recreation of Hulk 181 cover, and I wanted to use, Sesame Street characters. So I was trying to draw Oscar the Grouch and Cookie Monster. Didn't come out good. I was like, sucks, It's so bad. I can't even throw it away. Oh, Cookie Monster, So I went back and I just started drawing this really fast. And I got to give this to Jonathan Cholula. No, well, I will show it, but it's the Hulk and Wolverine.
Oh, sweet. With pencils. Love it.
Yeah. And this is all on backing boards, that I don't want to throw away. So I do that kind of stuff.
What's up, Davis Comic Finds in the house? New subscriber of mine. Is he a friend of yours?
Yes.
Awesome. Good. Thanks for coming by here, dude.
Yeah, it's Davis Comic Finds. He's part of my we have a thing on WhatsApp and we call it the Hall of Justice. And it's me, him, my brother AG, and Kyle Rowe. Oh geez. Mason Murfinator, So Comics. Hope I don't leave anybody out because we kick Jonathan Cholula. My brother from another mother.
Still here. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Love all the group chats that you can take part in in this community. It's awesome.
And then I try to draw Wolverine, the Hulk issue.
McFarlane.
Yeah, it came out okay. I should have left this black and white. I shouldn't have colored it in.
You did that.
Yeah, I drew all these.
Nice, man.
And then this one here, I took 3 pictures and put it together. Sabretooth, Deadpool, Wolverine. This is when I just started getting back into drawing.
Nice.
And I tried to draw. Thanks. Try to draw Batman and Grendel.
Cool.
But then
I like that Batman one.
Thanks. And then, is it cool if I show some more? Or?
Yeah, we got
cool.
We got about 20 minutes left in the show. I don't know how many more you have. I probably will. I mean, like I said, I'm going to show a bunch of community art as like a speed round, my last round. So
okay,
maybe show a couple more, and then I'll do my speed round, and then we'll wrap up with whatever else you got.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. Here's like other things I've done on backing boards.
Oh, sweet.
Dr. Doom.
Dude, wait, go back to that Doom, man.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'd be sorry to make you do a double take, but I love that.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
That's cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's from the Secret Wars.
Dude, that's
and
then,
sweet. Human Torch. I'll try to get a little
nice.
Closer. Yeah, usually with Flames.
That Doom is sweet, dude.
Thanks. Usually with Flames is kind of hit and miss for me. Then I did this one.
I like that.
Oh, thanks. I like that thing. Yeah, it makes
you
think of like
that thing. Yeah.
It's like for me, it kind of with the black and the orange like that, it makes me think of like one of those velvet paintings, like a Velvet Jones. I kind of like that one. And then I drew Mr. Fantastic.
Fantastic, cool.
I got a kick on Fantastic Four, and I drew
Sue.
Yeah, Sue Storm, and then I drew Thanos holding Spider-Man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I always like to get up real close and draw.
That's a real close-up shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
I mean, that's a perspective you don't often see, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I usually tend to draw pretty big. Galactus.
Yeah.
And then
apparently I got my boy George D. Rock Comics sent a link earlier saying that apparently Galactus is real now. That scientists or somebody's discovered some sort of space noise, and people are speculating hard that Galactus is coming in real life now. So if you want to talk about spec,
get that book.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the origins and all that stuff. Yeah. Then
get it now while we still have a world that isn't eaten. So,
and then this is supposed to be Lobo. Of course, I got really too close up to him.
I like these close-ups though. It's kind of like different, you don't really see that.
Thanks. And then this is my interpretation of the chicken hawk turning into Farquhar Leghorn, kind of like the whole Hulk thing. So I was trying to do that with the Looney Tunes characters.
Huh. Okay.
And then there's Winter Soldier as Daffy Duck.
That's That one's funny. I like that one.
Thanks. And then this was when I drew a Spawn. I was trying to draw him venomized, and I just kept having a hard time, so I just went with it and just decided that's what it's going to be. So it kind of came out okay. And then this is Wile E. Coyote as Bullseye, because I was getting a kick on trying to do some. I was thinking about doing some blank covers and drawing this on there, but
wait, go back to the Wile E. for a second. I like the color choice. I know that's probably an unexpected color choice. Like, is that he isn't that color, right? Like,
no,
that's not the color I remember him. Okay.
No, so I try to draw it like he's wearing the costume, as Bullseye. So yeah, that's why I say I always try to put my own little spin on it, so it's not, I'm not, because if it's something I drew freehand on my own, then I'll definitely take full credit for it. But if I have to take an image, then I try to change it up. I don't say that it was a concept that I came up with. Like this one here, I try to draw Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah,
Taz Devil. My brother liked this one, so I might have to give it to him. And then I think this is the last one, King Fudd.
King Fudd. Oh yeah. Dude, I like that. No. Oh, ooh, that one's cool too, man.
Yeah, King Fudd, and then this is the last one. This is supposed to be Martian Manhunter as Magneto.
Nice.
Those are cool, that's
man.
The last one. Thanks.
Yeah, dude. I dig that. That's like your backing board series. Cool, man.
Pretty much.
I like it. I got a couple pieces of art on backing boards. I don't think I have I might have them in one of these smaller portfolios or whatever. But no, it's. I feel like it's one of those things that I guess people used to request that a lot, and then I think that a lot of collectors transitioned over to like the sketch covers, and stuff. So. Let me just catch up with the chat here real quick. Super Russ saying those are fantastic. Really cool,
thanks.
Dude. Galactus showing up might actually improve 2020. Yeah, that's an interesting take. Graphic man, Wile E. Coyote Bullseye would always miss.
Yeah, I know. That was the whole point.
That's right on point right there. Martian Magneto. That was a good one, dude. I like that one.
Thanks.
Chris Barrett's calling Darkseid instead of Galactus. Love it. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out here. It's almost midnight Eastern. We got about 15 minutes left here, but I'm gonna show. I'll just go as quickly as I can here, and then we'll wrap it up with you, bro. Okay. But I wanted to share a little bit more community art. So this is an interesting piece. I got this from J Hood. Okay. It's not original art, okay? So it's a color guide, but he did the color work, okay?
Right.
And this was some like offshoot, like indie title. I don't even know. It's like Creed,
yes.
Creed and TMNT #1, Lightning Comics. And if you see over here, Peter Laird, right? Peter Laird, 1996, I think. So, but if I open the plastic film here, which has the production art of the cover, right? The overlay. Right. So there's the pencil and ink work, but there's the original color work done by Jamie Hood.
Nice.
An artist and member of our community. So he actually colored over Peter Laird on this published at one point comic book, which is awesome. And on the back here, it's got his. Well, I don't know if I should share if there's contact information on there.
There you go.
There you go, Jamie Hood. So there you go.
That's cool. You gonna ever get that in a frame?
Right now, I have it in my portfolio, so I got a lot of art in here that I can just kind of flip through, like smaller stuff. I don't know if I'll frame it, honestly, because I'm already out of space basically for framing stuff. Frankly, I've been gravitating away from framing stuff lately just because it becomes impossible to manage because I just have frames lying around everywhere. It's like that aren't on the wall. Now,
you did have a sweet room tour though. I watched that video.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And a lot of you guys have seen this already. This is the commission piece that J Hood did for me. The sort of golden age Batman and Robin with his kind of twist, right? It's not not a straight like Moldoff Kane era copy or Jerry Robinson copy, but it's kind of inspired by that era But great job on this commission by Jay Hood. So he killed it on this. Absolutely love that one. So I mean, here's another situation where like I really should get this framed, but it's like another frame to deal with.
Yeah.
One of the more recent guests of the program, Tricky Trapster, also blessed me with an AOK, and he took this page from Frank Miller, Dark Knight Returns. This is a pretty famous splash page from that run. With the horse and everything, and that kind of this is not a straight recreation. This is kind of a twist, right? This is using TMNT characters.
Right. You got that's Shredder, isn't it? Shredder on the horse?
That's Shredder. There's the turtles.
Donatello. I see Donatello.
Yeah, that's
in the front.
Favorite turtle, and then the rest of the turtles. I think
cool.
that was probably an intentional choice on his part.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
But yeah, like awesome. Kind of like TMNT jam piece on a Frank Miller, in the style of Frank Miller, I guess. I mean,
I like that. That's
it's
great.
just gorgeous, dude. So I love this piece. Shout out to Tricky Trapster. If you want to catch his episode, it was like 2 episodes ago.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, I love that piece. So super nice of him to do that. Let's see here. I also have. I just want to make sure I give everybody, a shout out.
Right.
This Silver Surfer piece.
Oh.
This is from Arsenio, the art chemist. Shout out to the Arsenio, the art chemist, fellow Brooklyn guy, fellow New York area guy.
That's really sweet, man.
Love that Surfer piece. He killed it on that one. And I was able to link up with him in person to get this, and then also hang out with him in New York Comic Con and whatnot. But great guy, great artist. I have another piece from him that he just threw in. So I picked up this piece, and he just threw in another piece. Let's see. Let me find it. There we go. So he just threw in this piece, this awesome Batman right here.
Oh, that's amazing.
So good.
The shading on that is sick.
What? Yeah, right.
I like the shading. Yeah, it's just. I mean, it looks like he's basically. It looks like water, like he's in the rain, like it's hitting him, and he can. I mean, he's making the water drops in there just stand out with how he shaded that.
Dude, so sick. I mean, man, I wish I had more wall space and more frames. But no, like I rotate a lot of these kind of things out,
Right, right.
Sometimes I have some up there. A lot of times I have them all back here and whatnot. It's, but now I have like just storage issues at this point.
I feel you.
So another artist in the community that I've been able to get art from. Let me find it here. Sorry, bear with me. Find it. Okay, here is from Jimmy Boatwright down in Florida, part of the Florida crew. He did this incredible Joker piece where he was going after the likeness of Joaquin Phoenix from the Joker, from the Warner DC Joker movie from last year. So yeah, when I saw that he was trying to sell this, I just had to jump on it. Yeah, I snatched it up before anybody else could. So super awesome likeness. Boatwright's got some skills as well. Yeah. And I dug that piece so much that I got a commission from him. Also, I think I was the first person to commission him. And I wanted a commission of Alana and from Saga, with Hazel.
Oh, nice.
So gorgeous pencil illustration right here.
I really like how her hair and just her gown right where the sleeve is, that really like the darkness of that stands out from everything else on the picture. So it really highlights that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really, really awesome. He did a bang up job with this one.
That's amazing.
So, I love that piece. So yeah, man, shout out to Jimmy Boatwright, great artist. Go check him out. I think he takes commissions.
Nice.
I mean, he took that one. So, and then I will wrap it up with one more community member art shout out. Let's see here. Well, let's do two more. This one was sent to me by Kenny's friend Lord Vasco, but I'm also friends with him.
Spider Ham.
Yeah, so Justin Lord Vasco, I got to meet him a year ago today as well.
Cool.
From Boston Comic Con. So he sent me this pretty cool Spider-Ham sketch. Awesome. Love that. Thank you, dude. And then probably the community member where I have the single most amount of pieces is 36 Chambers, H. Nice Geeks. He says he has a boat right piece on the way. So I want to show all the 36 Chambers pieces I have. This is a cool Carnage Spider-Man sketch. His take on ASM 361, kind of like a reversal. First appearance of Carnage. Yep, exactly. So that's badass. This was given to me as an AOK by the C2E2 homies, the C2E2 crew. Nice. So that they commissioned H for that one. And then hooked me up with it. This one I picked up straight from H because it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Honestly.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Yeah, I mean, gorgeous. This is one of the best sketch covers I have, period. It's just amazing. So I love that piece. That's incredible work. And then he also at one point did a art auction on his channel where he was basically taking bids in real time as he was drawing it. And this was, I ended up winning the piece. This is IG-11 and Mandalorian from, of course, The Mandalorian TV show. Nice. Star Wars. So I love that. So nice. It's one of my favorite pieces. Especially Star Wars related pieces. I got a bunch of those. And then I'm gonna finalize it with two different original art AOKs that 36 hooked me up with. The first one is this amazing pencil illustration of Carnage. Oh, that's insane! It's so good. Like, come on, look at that. That's insane. Signed in gold, 101. Just gorgeous, dude. I love that one. All the detail and the shading and everything. I love pencil illustration. And then the last but not least, he hooked me up with this. This was the last AOK that he sent me more recently, and that's this piece. And this one's pretty special. It kind of draws an emotional response for me, but it's Spider-Man dealing with COVID with the New York City skyline in the distance. That's cool. Yeah, and he sent this to me when New York City was like not having a good go of it. You know what I mean? Right. During the sort of the peak of the pandemic here in New York, when we were the epicenter of everything. So it's just a great piece that I will treasure for the rest of my life. So shout out to you, 36 Chambers, and all of you guys in the community killing it with your great art. I really appreciate you guys for making art for me, sending me gifts, all of it. So all right, man. Let's wrap things up. TAT Comics. Okay. One more round of show and tell, and then we will bid you guys good night. Okay, I'll try to show these quick. Okay. I'll show my prints first. Since you showed Silver Surfer, I wanted to show this. Cool. This is one done by Randy Emberlin. Nice. And then the other one that's right behind that, because I got to get these in frames, is his recreation of first appearance of Carnage they did with Venom. Oh, cool. So that's a print of a recreation that he did? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in fact, he did the inking. He inked the original, right? Yeah, and I have that one signed and graded. Oh, nice. I had to get that one signed and graded by him. So when I saw these prints, it was a no-brainer.
And then I'll show some of my art that I did. This one right here, this one took me a long time. I left it black and white. It's a 3-parter. I drew the famous, Joker.
Oh, sweet, dude.
So I'll try
That's
to keep
Bolin,
it back.
right?
Yeah.
Bolin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's an homage to Bolin, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it took me a long time to do this. This is when I was trying to do like a whole bunch of connecting covers. People thought I was crazy. So
that's cool, man. I love that you're kind of taking on art from all these guys and trying to make your own version. That's cool. Super
thanks.
cool.
Yeah. So in the middle is Joker. Then on the other side of him is Scarecrow.
Cool.
So I try to draw that there.
Those supposed to be like side by side on a wall type thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And this one actually does. I mean, when I put it together with the frames, you don't even see the frame. It just it looks like there's nothing. Like doesn't look like they're in separate frames. Then I drew Mr. Freeze. See, there's the other part of Joker's arm right there. So this one isn't finished. I'm gonna draw more characters on it. I'm gonna be putting like Hush and probably Penguins, things like that, and put them all together. And then I did a commission piece for Spider Grandpa, where he wanted 3 women. So I drew him. This was my first time drawing women. I don't do good at drawing women. It's supposed to be Spider Gwen.
That's pretty good, man.
Oh, thanks. He has the original.
He has the originals, and you made prints. Nice.
Yeah, I just made prints for it. So on that side, you got her in the middle, and then I don't have the other one in the frame, but it's this is Black Cat, of course.
Cool.
And then I had Silk on the other side. And then
I was trying to guess in my head who the third would be. Would it be Gwen? You already said Gwen. Would it be Mary Jane? But she doesn't really have powers, So it's
no.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and then I remember always drawing Spawn back in the day, so I drew this on a backing board. I was going to do it as a shout-out board, and I said, no, just keep it. I kept it black and white.
Ooh, that's a great looking Spawn, man.
Thanks. I have a bigger one than this that I drew on, but I haven't finished it yet, and hopefully one day I will get off my butt and finish it. I kept this one black and white.
That's cool, man.
Thanks. And then I try to get my hands into Star Wars. So if you want to, like I said, if anybody goes to my Instagram page, you'll see this Star Wars picture I did of Boba Fett, Kylo Ren, and Darth Vader.
Star Wars?
Yes. I drew this picture of Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett, and then I drew another one of Scotty Young. They're all Scotty Young inspired for this boy that gets lunches delivered to him. 'Cause my wife works at a school, and so I drew these pictures. So every day he got a picture with his lunch. And he just loved it. So it kind of brightened up his day during this whole, COVID thing. And so if I was able to brighten up that kid's day, that's what it meant. That's all it meant to me. But I drew this one as a shout out board for Fred Hall Direct Edition of Darth Maul.
Nice. Oh yeah, I know Fred Hall Direct Editions video. I've seen his videos before.
Yeah. So I did that for him. These are what I do as my shout out boards. I actually drew another Darth Maul.
Dude, I love Maul.
Which I gave to Frosty, Undisputed Frost, but he hasn't shared it yet. That's okay. Then this is 64-page special. I did
nice.
Superman
Yeah,
for
64 space. Dude, that guy makes like some of the funniest videos in the community. Dude. Swear to God.
Yes,
cracks me up, dude.
Oh, he could sound like Stan Lee too, which is crazy.
Jay Salsa, I'm sure whatever you're sending me, brother, I am going to love. So don't worry about that. Man, that Spawn was sick.
Thanks. And then I got just 4 more, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
Because then I'll save the. Okay, cool. I'll save the rest for maybe another time if I can come on here again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, anyone who gets on this show gets added to the group chat, and they're also invited to all future party episodes, meaning episodes where anybody can come on.
Sweet.
So,
well, you know how to get a hold of me now.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this was for a buddy at my work. His son has Down syndrome, and he told me that his son really loves Deadpool. And he saw me coming into work and doing stuff for other people. And he's like, "Can you do a Deadpool for me?" I said, "Sure." And he says, "I'll pay you." I said, "Dude, don't even worry about it." So I took 3 images and I threw them all together, and I came up with this idea of Deadpool on top of Juggernaut, and it says "Jug or Not" with Wolverine as Weapon X.
Dude, that's really cool. That actually looks like it could be a cover, dude. That's cool, man.
Yeah, so I just, Scotty Young, like I said, and his son loved it. And I gave him the poster size, which was 20 by 30.
So so that was a Scotty homage, or or recreation / homage.
Recreation, yeah. I don't know if Deadpool was, because that's more like done up as like a Funko, but the other 2, I got off of Scotty Young. I want to say off the Scotty Young picture. I just kind of blended them in and changed it up a little bit.
Cool, man.
But this one here, it started off as just supposed to be a picture for my son for Juggernaut, and I drew Juggernaut, and I was like, no, I can't give that to him. I like it too much. So I kept it, and I drew him a different one. We colored it, but this is a 3-picture one. This is still all in pencil.
Nice, dude.
Nice. And I drew Magneto on there.
My favorite.
And then, he's my favorite too.
I gotta work on some Magneto commissions, or get some in the works, man. Because.
And then this is the middle part, Sabretooth.
Oh yeah.
And then you can guess who's next. It'd be Wolverine. Let me see if I can do this right, because I had this claw coming up the top. This is the Wolverine.
Nice, dude. So that's supposed to be a 4-panel or 4.
3 panel.
4 or 3? 3.
It's 3 right now. Yeah, it's supposed to get bigger because I made a huge cabinet. Geez, I can't do this right.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, holding up 3 pieces of art at the same time is practically impossible. Yeah. So don't worry about it.
But all these I'm pretty sure I took pictures of these on my Instagram. But this was supposed to go onto my cabinet that I made for my comic books. And I wanted to, I get this cardboard at my work and I bring it home. It's just pure blank white slate like this. And so I just take something like this and I draw on it, and it gives me the perfect chance to really go dark if I want to, or keep it light. And my pencils that I draw on this, I can still see them without even having a light on. And then, the ones that are kind of damaged, I just cut them to fit the inside of my short boxes. So when I go to pick them up, my hands aren't hitting the comic book, they're hitting this. So it kind of, and they're thin, doesn't take up any space of a book. So I protects my books in a lot of ways. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Awesome,
bro. Anything else you want to show? Or?
Oh, I got plenty more, but I mean, I don't want to keep you too long.
Show one more, and then we'll call it a day. Not to put pressure on you.
Show one more. Piece, okay, let me see. One more last piece. I'll show a shout out board. But let me see. I just gotta figure out which one I want to do. Do you guys want to see like a Joker? Because most of these are I did for the New York Warriors. I also did one.
Show anything you want to show.
Okay, and I did one for Doom. Then my turtles.
Did you do a Dr. Doom for Doom, or what? What'd you do? For Doom?
I did for the Dooms. I did Moon Knight, Scotty Young, because there was this Moon Knight issue that he just was like, he fell in love with it.
Well, now I'm curious and want to see that one. So.
Well, here I'll show this one because, like you talked about the New York background, Biggie's Comics. Biggie's Comics.
Okay, awesome. Love
huge Superman fan. Superman fan. So I wanted to do something where
he digs a lot of that Silver Age stuff too in the Superman.
Yeah. So that's why I put silver in the back of his name too, because you can see the silver right there. But I did Superman's rip up his chest. It says New York Warriors.
Nice, dude.
And I tried to go and look up their symbols that they have, the little icon symbols like mine's Daredevil. And I tried to put that in the picture, so that way when they would see it, they definitely knew it was for them. It wouldn't be for anybody else. And then I'll show that Doom one.
Let's see the Doom. Let's
I'll show the Doom.
That Doom.
Okay, cool. Let me find it.
The Moon Knight.
I got so many of them. Yeah, Moon Knight for Doom. This is Scotty Young. I did this at my job. It only took me like maybe 15 minutes, to be honest. I didn't have any pencils at the time. All I had was Sharpies. So I just went around with it, and then I came home and did a little bit more shading. But I did the famous Scotty Young where he's like being hung up on the moon.
Dude, that's fire, dude.
Yeah, it says hi Doom 143. But
dude, that's killer, dude.
Thanks. My thing that I want to do with all these shout out boards is I want to eventually get them printed out into that poster size 20 by 30, and then hopefully someday just send them out to these people that I've done these shout out boards to, so if they want them, they can have them. They don't have to pay me for them. I'll just mail it to them. And I have still a lot more shout out boards I want to do for people's channels. It's just my way of kind of saying thanks for all that they do for the community.
That's awesome.
And thanks.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. Great art. A lot of cool stuff that you've done yourself. A lot of cool stuff that you've gotten.
Thank you.
Really, really cool. I love and thanks for giving me the opportunity as well to share more of the community art that I've gotten as well. I love sharing that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But hey, man, thanks again for being on the show. This has been Original Art Hour. I want to thank everybody in the chat for hanging out late night with us. For those of you on the East Coast, for those of you on the West Coast, you're lucky. Anyway, anything you want to promote or talk about, your Saturday show with Cholula or anything like that? The link to Tats Comics YouTube and Instagram is below. Make sure you guys sub him up. Anything you want to mention real quick before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I definitely want to say, my condolences to Jabroni's family. I never met the guy, and I do remember him being on that show that he was with the other 4 guys, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Just lost words. I remember seeing him on YouTube. I just never got a chance to. You
mean Rod Perry and John?
Rod Perry, because he subbed me up, and then that's how I knew about these, more people in the community, which was great. But I want to say my condolences to his family. And I just hope she can, everybody's giving them support, which is just awesome. I think that's just amazing what the community will do for somebody that they know through YouTube. And, again, thank you for having me on your show. This is great. Like I said, I got more I can show down the road. And I'll still be tuning in and watching your show, bro. You got a great channel yourself. So I
appreciate that kind words, buddy. It's been good getting to know you a little bit more. And I really appreciate everybody that comes on here and shares. It's awesome. And everybody that hangs out and everybody that catches on the rewind too, man. Please hit that thumbs up if you enjoy watching the show. I'm working on more episodes. The next episode of Original Art Hour is going to be Saturday, August 29th. I guess 29th. I think that's the day. That's the day I remember in my head. Geeks, correct me if I'm wrong. Geeks has been hanging out the whole time in the chat. But my guest will be Geeks. And I don't remember the time, but it's going to be, sometime that night, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. That's what I remember. Cool. But I am looking forward to having him on. And that's basically it, guys. So thanks again to Tats Comics and everybody in the chat for hanging out. And we will catch you on the next episode. Have a good night. Later.
Later.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't want to see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in a win. I don't want it all. Heard he scammer, had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merce. 6 figures was a gold, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, I don't know bleed.